everyone, and happy time zones. It's your bird, Aevin the Raven, and welcome back to Dark Souls on Casual. Today, I think I'm going to start... Yeah, I'm going to start with a boss called Gwyndolin. And there's a couple different ways I can go about doing this. But for the sake of, something I'll go into more next time. I'm going to tackle this the traditional way. The traditional way being theft of the pillow. There we go. Unfortunately, I can't actually take the pillow with me.
Thou that tarnisheth the godmother's image, I am Gwyndolin. And thy transgression shall not go unpunished. Thou shalt perish in the twilight of Anor Londo.
Yeah. Now, because the last one I rested at was the Dark Moon Tomb bonfire, I can now do this. And that skips like half of that. And because this is Gwyndolin we're talking about, I'm just gonna get rid of my headpiece. It's more of a hindrance than a help. Alright, Gwyndolin. I'm going to need to kill you at least twice.
Heretic. First thou offendeth the godmother, and now thou see fit to trample upon the tomb of the great lord. I am the dark sun, Gwyndolin. Let the atonement for thy felonies commence.
Gwyndolin is one of those characters that you either have to take out from extreme range or extreme melee. You try to take him off with... You try to take him out with pyromancy and you're going to be in for a bad time. I mean, it's possible, I've done it, but... You definitely don't want... Oh dear. You definitely don't want Dusk's crown. Ah, shoot. While fighting him, because you will wind up in a bad situation. It is possible to take him out and not have him attack you, really. If you, it actually puts me here. Well, that's a shame. Anyway. So, there was an NPC over here. That's loyal to Gwyndolin. But if you attack Guinevere, she actually moves over to Guinevere. And while they always spawn you back at the first bonfire in Anor Londo, so long as you had this one unlocked beforehand, you can just head right over here. No preamble. I will have to take her out because I want her soul and I don't want to risk her attacking me later. But... Oh, good. Just doing the bow. The bow is easy to counter. The magic, not as much. No! Damn it. There is an end to this hallway. Oh dear. Yeah, and this would also be why I'm not wearing the Crown of Dusk, because the Crown of Dusk increases the amount of damage his magic does to you. Or in the amount of damage his magic does to you. Let's see here. What do I have? Actually, let's go with that, yeah. So if you wind up in a situation where you're relying, or where you're against Gwyndolin and you're wearing the Crown of Dusk, you're already in kind of a bind. Yeah. I can't get close enough to him that first time. Only two. Unfortunate. One, two, drink. Wasn't gonna make it that time. It might not look like it, but there is an end to this hallway. Get! It's just very long. Missed that time. Two... Can I? No. Because the hitbox lingers a little bit after he teleports. Next hit, you're dead, Gwyndolin. That's the arrow attack. And you're dead.
Oh, heretic, swathed in dark, an eternal curse upon thee.
Now, there's reason to suspect that Gwyndolin, or the Gwyndolin you fight here, is an illusion. And I'll get into that later. That's the thing that I'll be getting into next go around, because I'll be fighting him, but I won't, kill Guinevere. Let's see here. Is there anything along the sides here? Oh, pardon. Nothing back here. You're not a mimic? Neither are you. And nor are you. Though you don't have anything whatsoever. I'd very much like to know what that chest contains. But let's look here, because Gwyndolin lore is actually really interesting. It ties into so many characters. Soul of Darkmoon Gwyndolin, god of the dark sun, and guardian of the deserted Anor Londo. And this place is actually deserted. Gwyndolin was the only god remaining. He created an illusion of its past grandeur. All so that the undead would come here and fulfill the purpose that he lays out for them. The only character that's implied to have not been an illusion here, aside from Gwyndolin, of course, is Seath. What do I need for this again? Oh shoot, I've leveled up the wrong thing. I need 4 more dexterity. Well, I'm not actually going to rest at the bonfire up here. I'd rather warp. But let's go take care of the things up here. Ornstein, if you've watched Dark Souls 2, or me play Dark Souls 2 on casual, and there was the old Dragon Slayer, which could have been someone else. It was probably someone else, honestly. And then, but there's a lot of reasons to suspect that Ornstein actually left Anor Londo a long time ago. Bye-bye. You don't respawn, I don't think. Let's actually homeward bone. Because I don't want to rest at the bonfire. I do not want to rest at the bonfire up top. And doing this will permanently deactivate, killing this lady that I'm about to go kill will permanently deactivate the Anor Londo bonfire. I can warp to it still, but I won't be able to interact with it. Which is why I wanted to make sure I had complete access to the Duke's archives before I did this. Always make sure you have complete access to the Duke's archives or you're in for a bad time. Yeah, the big sentinels, fake. The Silver Knights in this hall were fake, although there are actually Silver Knights over there still, even in this twilight. So, Gwyndolin was not the only denizen of Orlando. There were still some Silver Knights left. You. What? I was expecting that to take more effort. Why were the two upstairs tankier than you? I mean, I know that I know she can actually stun lock you into oblivion. If you don't take her out quickly, you're dead. She can and will stun lock you. Huh. I'm actually gonna go over here. I don't know if the Batwing demons are still around. I think they are. But I'd rather just take the staircases just in case. How many times am I going to have to take care of Gwyndolin, or tackle Gwyndolin? Because I do want to have all the boss weapons, just because. Sure. Alright, that right won't tell you. Well, that's a shame. I'll have to look that up later. But I need 4 more points in dexterity, so let's... That's not gonna give me enough. I don't think that's gonna give me 10,000. Yeah, no. Where can I get a bunch of souls quickly? Guess I'm heading to the Painted World. I'll just have to make sure to stock up on Homeward Bones before then. Let's go through here. And I'm not going to be coming back to Orlando except for maybe handling, or except for any boss weapons I want to forge this go around. But I need a lot of souls because first off, I need the. I outright, if I want to use that spear, I need 4 more dexterity before I hit Seath. And I do want to use that spear because I went through all the trouble to get it. I have to make sure not to rest at the Painted World bonfire. If I rest at the Painted World bonfire, I have to go through all the effort of escaping it again. If I remember to not, then I can just Homeward Bone away. So I have to remember not to rest at the Painted World bonfire. But I need a ton of souls, actually, because if I don't have enough souls, I can't tackle the rest of Logan's questline either. Although, truth be told, I'm probably going to be messing around with miracles sooner than sorceries. I also want to have a maxed out pyro flame. You know what? I think I'll actually hold... Or wait, no, because I might want multiple copies of different spells. And actually, this does mean that I'm probably going to have to talk to Rhea. Well, my routing just got a lot more farming induced. Or, not farming induced. Farming intensive. Let's change equipment. I'm gonna want the covetous silver serpent ring. And painted world. I'm not human and Priscilla's dead, so I don't have to worry about, Oh dear. Invasions. Nice, I got a decent chunk there. And you. Spear. Times 2. I do this... Actually, I don't necessarily... I don't necessarily have to do, Logan's quest before Seath. Before I tackle Seath. That's just... If I remember... And I definitely need 25 faith. If only for the fact that... Hey. Oh dear. I think 25 faith is how much you need in order to get access to the Warriors of Sunlight Covenant, which gives you the Sunlight Spear for miracle damage. Or, well, for a damaging miracle. But actually, that can wait a while. That can wait a while. Because that just needs to be by endgame. That's not anytime soon. Though I am probably going to be heading into Ash Lake in a little bit. Alright, I need 2 more dexterity. What? How many souls can I get from selling stuff to Frompt? Wake up.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Well and wide awake.
I need to sell you stuff.
Is it
Feed item. I honestly can't tell what those are used for. I think those might be just an item discovery boost. Okay, that's another level right there. That's a little bit that I don't have to do.
farewell?
Let's rest. Warp. It should be 2 more times for my levels, and then because if I two-handed, I should be able to use Ornstein's spear, or the Dragon Slayer spear. And then... oh dear. And one of you at least is dead. I'm gonna have to do this actually 2 more times, because I can get about 10,000 from this. And then I should come in here another 2 times and buy what I can from Raya. Or, well, so that I have enough souls to buy what I can from Raya. Because I might not actually remember to buy everything from her. But I do know that, or I know where she can be found if I can, and if I can later, if I can manage to find or buy everything from her. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Hollow, I have the low ground. In some cases, that's actually better than the high ground. Oh dear. Well, that was poor. Yeah. A 1. Oh, and you're done. 1, 2. And then again. How much specifically do I need to level up? 6. Alright, so I'll have 4,000 left over after this level. Can I Chaos Storm? Or no? No. And I don't have the faith for most of that stuff anyway, so. Or I don't have the faith or the intelligence. For anything other than pyromancy. Actually, wait, what is my scale off of anyway? Faith, okay. Fair enough. I'm probably not going to manage this, but if I can angle myself right, I can actually take out all of these guys with 4 Chaos Fireballs. Or Great Chaos Fireballs. I have managed it before, it's just... oh dear. The positioning's a little on the tricky side. One, 2, 3, oh dear, 4, 5, and 6. That should actually be it for the levels I need. I'll check with the spear just in case. Because if I two-hand it... I have enough strength that I should be able to two-hand it. Dragon Slayer Spear. Wield with both hands. Alright, cool, I can stop worrying about that for now. Let's actually put some stuff in the box. Do. Spear, spear, spear. Keeping my Dragon Slayer spear. Oh wait, no, I want that. The Great Hollow is not a place you want to be without the ability to warp, but now that I can warp, it's a lot less dangerous for me to go down there. I'm probably going to do that. Especially because if I can manage to take out the Hydra that's down there, I get a bunch of souls from it. But first, let's go back to the Painted World 2 more times so that I can How many did I just take out with that one fireball? One, two. Wait, what was I saying? I legitimately lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Whatever, let's continue one more time and then see what I can buy from Rhea. This playthrough, I'm mostly just leveling what stats I need, as well as my Pyroflame. Oh dear. I'll invest more into faith and miracles next go around, with some actual investment also into intelligence. Because I think I am going to play around with sorcery in New Game Plus 2. Yep. Oh hey, I managed. That's all of them without any side swings. Nice. Alright, Rhea. I'm gonna put Chloranthe ring back on. That's a really useful one just in general. Here's hoping I didn't kill enough bosses in between for Petrus to have already done away with her. Do-do-do. Okay, cool.
I was wondering, it is a great relief.
Purchase. Wrath of the Gods is expensive, so let's grab that first. That's also pretty expensive. Magic Barrier, I don't even have enough souls for. But Great Heal. Homeward. Actually, the only miracle I don't have from her. One more trip to the Painted World and I can actually buy out the rest of her stock.
Prince and Nico were fooled by a lout named Patches and turned into hollows. My prayers did them no good. It is my ignorance, my frailty that has sealed their fates. Perhaps Petrus realized my weakness all along, and thus made the decision to abandon me. I can hardly blame him now. Then be safe. Farewell, Varia Nox.
I feel bad for that girl. But yeah, one more trip to the Painted World and I can buy out her stock. I guess I can see about buying out Petrus' stock as well, but that's not going to be as big of an issue for me. Or, well, it's not going to be as big of a priority. Where is my... There it is. Now we go back to the painted world. Whoop-de-doo-dah. And then I think I'm gonna tackle Seath. I just needed to make sure that I'd remembered to do a few things prior to that. Oh dear. You. Okay. 1. You die. And 2. I said 2. You know what? I believe you can actually cause variant or vagrants or the crab things to spawn by leaving stuff. So let's. I mean, it's not a good item, but let's drop it and leave it. Repair everything, because, whoops, I keep forgetting to do that. And then talk to Rhea. The poor, brainwashed, holy woman. I mean, seriously, the gods in this game are generally speaking, a whole other level of in the wrong. I say generally speaking because there are some clear exceptions. But in order for there to be exceptions, there has to be a rule. And that's it. I could technically buy a talisman from her, but I don't need it.
Then be safe. Farewell, Nox.
Alright, now Petrus, what do you have for miracles that I can actually buy with 3,000 souls? Because I'm not doing any more farming right now. Hello, slime ball.
Oh,
Seek guidance. True. He does have that. Nope. And I have everything else that he has. Cool.
Come again. Be effective.
Oh, right. Let's head down to New Londo. I forgot about this bit. The guy who was complaining about Frampt's stench went down into the New Londo ruins. For some reason. And didn't come back. Let's go talk to him. Or, well, not talk. Hey. Sorry, my guy. Back up to Firelink. Who should I see? Because I definitely can't actually buy, or I can't level with this amount of souls. But I might be able to get myself something from Patches or that Dom Hall guy. And actually, I need to make sure to get Ornstein's armor from Dom Hall, or I'm not going to be able to get it next go around because I will be tackling Smoth the next go around. Do-do-do. Hi. Yep. And now you. How much is what you're selling? Because it's not going to be cheap, that much I do know.
Aye, Shemai. I didn't expect to meet anybody here. I suppose great minds think alike, eh?
Oh, he sells the... Okay. That's good to know, actually. I'll buy you out of arrows. I got... Or as many arrows as I can.
I have this fun. You'll make it.
And he stays there pretty much the rest of the game, I think, so long as I can get a ton of souls. Yeah. Anyway, I'm heading back to the Duke's Archives. Because at this point, there is quite literally nothing else I want to do before I tackle Seath. Now let's see here. What's my equip load? Okay. This is actually a very heavy spear. That I am gonna want to get, but it's... Actually, I'm on the fence about that one because it's hard to get, too. Absolute pain in the rear. That's actually not a bad attack speed. Let's head down. You're not going to be able to follow me all the way down here. Here we go. Now, what directions do I go in? There's the invisible walkway down here. Gives me some humanity. Guess I'm going down this way. Golden Golem, what? Could have sworn there was only 2 of those in the game. Gotta be careful because it is very easy to slip. And then again. What? I repeat. What? Alright. This bit. Oh, shoot. Yeah, getting over here is a pain. It's doable. Done it before. I forgot to rest it. Okay. I completely forgot to rest here. Whoops. Whoopsie. Oh well. I'll be pretty surprised if that thing respawns, the Golden Golem, because the other 2 don't. Through here. Down the ladder like a normal person, because I want to take as little fall damage as possible. And let's try to go across those invisible bridges again. Do. Yeah. Over here. I could... Okay, so that thing does not appear to respawn. I could kill all of these butterflies, but I don't feel like it. There really isn't a point to it. They're non-hostile. Good luck, okay. And here is actually where I want to use the prism stones. I believe I can make it all the way over here. Beware danger. Oh! Okay, so that message gets you killed. Well, technically I can make it over there. That message gets you killed. Alright then. Well played, trolls. You got me this time. Down we go. And this way. Yep. You know, this stuff... Sorcery is supposed to be the mark of intelligence, but these golems are pretty brain dead. Maybe their brains ran out of durability? It's not like you can repair anything crystal in this game. Let's go. And the reason I'm going through and trying to get this thing now is because I know for a fact that I'm not... Oh dear. Going to want to be come back and get that thing. Let's head towards that. Is it still safe? No. Okay, where does it turn again? Or was I just on the side and fell off? This is probably going to be the only time I head towards this thing. So I'd better make it count. I'm not going to want to upgrade more than one enchanted weapon up to the maximum. If only because of this stupid Titanite slab. I mean, seriously, who greenlit this? This thing is an absolute pain to get to. It'd be one thing if the prism stones stayed, then I could at least track my path. But no, the prism stones have to move. Or I can at least track my past paths. But no. The game decided, or well, the developers decided that the prism stones need to be removed every single time you die. Unfortunate. I can walk this part blind. Well, maybe not blind, but without really thinking about it. Okay, and you're actually more likely to slip and fall off of these if you run them instead of just walking. Which is good to know. Okay. Prism stones for the win. There we go. I don't know what the developers were thinking with putting that Titanite slab there, but it's mine now. And I didn't even have to buy more prism stones. Now, how do I get back? I use a bone. That's how. This is what I like to call no. You know what? The Prism Stone strategy might be why there was a vagrant that spawned in my world. Because I can't be the only one who does that. Do-do-do. Back down here again, although this time I don't have to go for the slab, so that's a plus. And actually, I think that my Scythe is to the point where I just need a white Titanite slab. I should look up where I can find one of those. Because it's probably in the catacombs or the Tomb of the Giants somewhere. But beyond that, I have absolutely no idea. Alright, let's not run. Running is how you slip. And slipping is bad. Of course, sometimes the game will just decide you need to slip regardless for some reason. And this is pretty much a straight shot. You know what? I got the loot. I'm not too upset about 3,000 souls. I'm really not that upset about 3,000 souls. Let us return over here. And hopefully actually make it to Seath this time. Alright. I'm gonna try and get the tail cut, but I'm making no promises on this one. Because I have absolutely no idea. I've never actually gotten the tail cut on Seath before. It's one of those things that I've just never managed. I've gotten the tail cut on pretty much every other boss that it's possible to get a tail cut with before, but not Seath. For whatever reason, I have a lot of trouble reaching Seath's tail. Well, actually, wait. Not Seath and not the other dragon in this game. Or dragon boss. Or wait, no, there's multiple. There's multiple of those. Not Seath and not Calamite. Pretty much just gotta walk across. As long as you don't veer off anywhere, you're fine. Alright. Actually, wait, is there loot? Is there loot that I missed over here? Yes, there is. I have no intentions of coming back down here. So I would have missed that soul. Alrighty then. Let's hope Seath doesn't order seafood. Because I certainly am not. Sometimes enemies can slip in through the fog gate. There have been I've seen so many videos of people being very confused because one of the clams followed them in. I myself have been confused because a clam has followed me in here. There we go. Oh dear. Okay. Can I get behind you, please? I need your tail. Yep. This might be easier on New Game Plus, actually. Dude, can you stop following me? Just trying to get behind you. I just want your tail. That's it. Whoa! I just got completely thrown. Not good. Okay, this is... Now I remember why I don't like getting this tail cut. I might actually be better off going with my occult weapon for this. Let's see here. 406 versus... Yeah, okay, this is just... yeah, I'll just use that next go around. TJ, hello! How you doing today? That sucks. I really did want to use the spear. Glad to hear that. How was your weekend? Let's run down here. Make it just over this way. Huh. I'm just trying to get a tail cut on a boss that I've never cut the tail off of before. Like, actually never. I don't even know what it gives you, I just know that it's possible to cut his tail. I've just never managed it. Ah! And I slipped. Brilliant. Just brilliant. Absolutely, positively brilliant. Well, go down here. Make my way through the woods once again. And back into the cave. Tis a sight that gets old rather quickly. I like the Duke's Archives, but the Crystal Cave is annoying. I don't think there's anybody who disagrees with me on that front. Slippery, invisible bridges. Yikes. I almost just fell. Let's try to stick a little more to the left this time. There we go. Now that I can actually see my footing. Let's get around to the seafood. Nope. Not gonna climb up here. Now I actually need to go back here and break this. Actually, wait, I might be able to... not. Now, can I get your tail? Oh dear. You know what? Not worth it. I'll try more in the future, but for something I'm not even sure I'm going to use, this is... I'm gonna put this in the same category as Priscilla, and where I'll just get it next time. Yeah. Jump all you want, you silly golems. Move over here. And down again. Pretend I don't hear the footsteps. And start crossing some invisible platforms. I don't know why that one gets so slippery sometimes. Like, sometimes that one's perfectly fine, other times you're just going to fall. And there's almost nothing you can do about it. Stay to the left on this one, so I'm less likely to just slip and fall off because the game decides I need to. And now to navigate around the chowder. Alright. Yeah. 3, and this should kill you. Oh, no. I'll try harder for the tail cut next time, because I really do want it. Nah. Let's go actually back to the Duke's Archives bonfire. Because this amount of souls is actually a decent amount for progressing Logan's quest. Do-do-do. Oh, pardon.
Hello there. I was expecting you. This place is truly magnificent. More than expected, even.
Yep.
I promised I shall share the new sorceries with you. And the secret of Seath's immortality.
There's no immortality to speak of anymore, so I'm just going to ignore that second bit. What's the most expensive thing that I can buy here? Hi, Asta. Thank you for the lurk. I'll ask you how you're doing when you get back. Or when you're on a break, I suppose.
Come again. The knowledge here is limitless. I would absorb it, then share it with you.
You can't comprehend Seath's mind. Seath couldn't comprehend Seath's mind. Actually, wait. What am I doing? What am I doing? There is an easier way to go about trying to get that loot. What happened? Ah, okay. It was a shadow. Okay, this might be a problem. Now for you two. 1. Oh, you're dead. One, 2. Hi. And then again. There we go. Okay. So the way we get that that loot down on top of that bookshelf is by falling from up here. It's really finicky. And I'm not sure if it's even worth it, honestly, because it's just a crossbow. And I don't even use crossbows. You know what? I have other stuff that I want to do more than get that crossbow. Let's go back to Firelink, see if Rhea moved. If she did move, then I'm coming back here because that's where she'd be after you exhaust all of her stock. But beyond that... Oh, wait. And then I am actually going to be heading down into Ash Lake today. I don't want to hop immediately into the DLC, but I do want to tackle the DLC before I take out the next 2 Lord Souls. And she's gone, so yeah, she's in the Duke's Archives. I think I know what cell she's into. Well, I know what section she's in. I think I know what cell. Let's actually see if Petrus knows anything.
Oh, hello, Miracle.
Oh, no.
Come again. If
And you don't have anything new for me except for the Thorland Talisman, so I'm just gonna...
What is it, fool? Driven to madness by emotion? Why?
Bye-bye.
What did I do wrong?
Everything. But... I gotta remember to not rest at the bonfire in, the cell. I'm gonna try and make it through without resting at this one, even. Okay, you're not gonna let me through. Really? What? Hitboxes, why are you like this? What? Why? Why must you be so cruel? Pardon the voice crack. Ah! Where did that arrow come from? Oh, are there... There's 2. Of course there's 2. Warp. Duke's Archives. And then let's actually take this route, then. Less enemies overall. So long as I don't get spotted here, I've only got the one to deal with plus the channelers. And then anything else on the way down to where Rhea is. Yep. Bye-bye. I completely forgot. I just wasted my time. Or actually, wait. This might not be a waste of time. This might not be a waste of time because I might be able to make it onto this bookshelf here. Haha! I could have sworn there was... What? I could have sworn that there was a treasure chest up here. Huh. Get over here. Oh dear. Why must you do this to me, hitboxes? Caduceus Kite Shield. Alright. And then... you. And then you. Just because I don't like you. No other reason. I didn't have to attack that thing. I just felt like it. Hi. You. Get over here. Probably gonna head to the Daughter of Chaos, actually. Oh dear. Or no, because I'm going to need a lot more souls than I have now to upgrade my Pyro Flame again. You. Hey. Ah. Oh, okay. Rhea herself shouldn't be that tough, honestly. I believe it's one of these cells. I'm sorry, ma'am. Yeah, she went completely hollow. Ah! Well, on the bright side, I have, so long as I don't use a ton of it, I have the 30 humanity that I need. For later. For now, though, Daughter of Chaos, I'm gonna have to go past Quilana. May as well stop in and see what she's got in stock. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. Let me use up this soul in my inventory real quick. That should be enough for something, right? Oh, wait. Almost made a fatal error. I'm not heading down to Lost Izalith just yet. I could wind up in a real bind if I do that too early. And if I do that, and if I progress too far before remembering to talk to the Daughter of Chaos and get what I need. Because I progressed Solaire's questline. So at this point, I'm just effed if I don't have what I need. Alright, just need the 3 of you to die. So I can head towards Quilana with no worries. Grab this. Just need the guys, or the little guys following me to perish. It is possible to get Quilana killed despite the fact that enemies don't typically notice this place.
Truth be...
Yeah, no, I need way more souls. But I can purchase something. Ooh! Huh, Great Fireball or the... You know what, let's go with the most expensive thing I can get first.
Now go, lest my...
Oh, wait. Need Pyromancy Scroll.
I went... I have a favor to ask. My mother,
There we go.
the Witch of Izalith, was one of the primeval lords. Her power came from the soul that she found near the first flame. She focused this power to light a flame of her own. But she failed to control it. The flame of chaos engulfed Mother and my sisters and molded them into deformed creatures. Only I escaped. And now I am here. But my mother and sisters have been in anguish since. I beseech you, free Mother and my sisters from the flame of chaos. I cannot do it
I like Quilana.
I have the strength and the bravery. But you... I realize what I am asking. But please, free their poor souls. Mother's ambitions were misguided, no doubt. But surely 1,000 years of atonement is enough. No luck. Well, but do not...
Right, I forgot about Shiva. I need a lot of souls if I want to get everything. Like, oh my gosh. Let's rest here so that if I do wind up dying somehow, I only have to make half the journey. And then continue on. You know what? I don't think I even actually need to use the moss clumps here at this point. I have enough health that I can kind of just tank it. I see Siegmeyer's still over there. Wonder where Sieglund is. Because I told her where to find him. You need to go through the Great Hollow to get to Ash Lake. What just died? What keeps dying? But Ash Lake is, if you can manage to get there, worth it. Honestly. It's the end, it's potential end site for one of the quests. Oh no. Okay. There's a Hydra there, which drops a lot of souls, and there's a Covenant. So while it's not a place I recommend anybody new to the game go anywhere near, it is still a worthwhile venture if you actually know, or if you've played the game before and know what you're doing. Yeah, I hear ya, and I don't care. Now we try and get that, and it disappeared. Okay. Okay. I think the basilisks just killed themselves, which is nice. White Titanite chunk, there we go. I need more of those, I think. I definitely need more of those for my axe, but I think I also need one more, or maybe two more, for my scythe. Definitely don't want to die to that. Honestly, dying of fall damage is preferable of dying to, than dying, or preferable to dying of curse. I know there's more of you over here. Where are you? Hi. The curse in this game is absolutely brutal. At least in other, in later games, it's just insta-death. In this one, it's insta-death, plus you have half health until you can manage to get yourself a pretty expensive item. I know where to get the pretty expensive item, but still. Can I make it over to that middle section? Because I see the loot. I want the loot. Oh, great. Yes, sometimes this game does not want to let you up this ledge for some reason. Ah, great. Let me try... Haha, there we go. That works. Then let's go over here, and can I walk down? I don't see the loot that I was looking for. So let's go down onto this branch. And then this one. And then I believe actually that this is where the loot is. And I would be correct. What? I can see inside the... Alright then. Let's try not to clip there. Oh, come on. Now I have to try and get up that, ledge that it will... Or that path that it won't let me really go up. Misfortune. Such misfortune. Where is the ladder? Where are you? Hey. Where are you? I know you're around here somewhere. Where are you, you stupid ladder? I need a way up. Oh, let's not fall there. Let's not. Here we are. Don't know how I missed it the first time. Actually, can I get to that branch from... No. Okay. Okay. I believe I need to get to that branch in the middle there. Like, specifically. Over here. Yeah, I don't like the fact that you have to do the roll to get back onto the main part of the tree. That can really mess you up, actually. Haha! Probably not even going to use that. Okay. But I managed. Oh shoot. Where are you? Oh no. Okay. I don't know how that other one just died. I think they fell. And I do believe that that's all the loot on this on the main branches over here. Yeah, okay, we've got... how am I supposed to make that jump? I don't think I'm actually supposed to make that jump, but I will try. I think it's over this way here. Haha! I made the jump! Or drop. White Titanite chunk, yes! Uh-oh. You know what? I actually don't care that much. I got something I thought was going to take a few attempts and many deaths. I think that's pretty much everything that I have to jump off for, excluding crystal lizards, which those are their own thing, honestly. Honestly, if you're at a point where you're farming crystal lizards, I'm sorry. Okay then. Guess we're going down this way. Well, actually, either I'm sorry or you are trying to up a Black Knight weapon. In which case, I'm still sorry. Because crystal lizards in this place are really annoying. Where is the ramp down? Because there's an actual ramp. There we are. There we go. I might have missed some stuff actually along the mushrooms. But at this okay, I guess I do care. Hold up. Hold up. Or not. Uh-oh. Or the basilisk is going to be dumb. That works too. And I'm just going to not mess with the mushrooms. Or with the mushroom people. Regular titanite chunk, okay. I need large titanite, actually. I think, for my, armor. Uh-oh. I'm dead. I got caught on a root. Whoops. Yep. There we go. How did I land here? I couldn't do that if I tried. Hmm. Okay, cool. Wait. Ah. It's actually faster to go up here instead of that way. For multiple reasons. There we go. And... Alright. Ah! Run! Where is the ramp? Where is the ramp? There it is. And now I pretty much just run down it. The only thing between me and the next bonfire is some enemies that I can run past. It's honestly not worth stopping to fight these things. I don't know if they give a lot of souls, but they do a lot of damage. Or, well, the large mushrooms do. I think the large mushrooms actually do enough damage that people have pitted them up against bosses and the mushrooms have won. We're not messing with the mushrooms. Alright, Ash Lake. And there's my bonfire. This place is really cool. I wish it was more than just this one strip, though. I can't fast travel to this bonfire. But I can fast travel from it, so that makes it so that I don't have to go, back up the hollow. Let's kindle this once. I shouldn't need that much, honestly, but... Or, I shouldn't need a ton of, da 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 da. Flasks! That's the word I was looking for. Why did I blank on flasks to deal with this thing? But here we have it, the second Hydra. Or, here we have the second Hydra, not here we have it. This thing's dumb, by the way. Of course, I forgot how close to the drop off the edge of the water was. I think my character and I just hit the same octave. At, like, roughly the same time. Get over here. Fen, baby, why you whining? Why are you... Okay. And now I need another drink. Hi. Come on. Oh, wait. Nice. And now I go rest at the bonfire. I wonder why that thing had so little health. Actually, wait. Probably because... It might actually be the same level as the one in Darker Basin. That might be it, actually. That's probably it. But that's the big threat in Ash Lake taken care of. There's some other stuff down here that I want. But that Hydra will quite literally follow you the entire way. So you want to take care of that quickly. Unless, of course, you like ducking for cover. Or just outright don't have the means to deal with it. Because sometimes you just outright don't have the means to deal with something. Like, you don't have the damage. Okay, the clams. Get over here. Ooh, purging stone. Nice. That might come in handy. That might actually come in really handy. Do you have loot for me? No. I can't remember where all the loot in this place is, and it's because it's a straight line. I can find my way down all the way and back fine. But because it's a straight line, there's a lot of loot that actually hides pretty well. Or that I outright don't know how to get to. Let's head over this way. And... hey. Okay. I think the stuff I don't know how to get to is actually inside the trees. My first guess would be to climb that route, but I don't know how to get there, and, well, yeah. Oh. You know what? This works. Yeah, and purging stones are that rare item I was talking about. You. Die. Why do you take so much damage? Do you see why I didn't want to mess with the big mushrooms in the cave there? The multiple big mushrooms. That over there I don't know how to get to. Actually, wait, I might... Nope. Nope, that doesn't work either. Actually, wait, I see a path from up, but how do I get up from outside? Where is the way to get, hi. Wait. Are you the path up? You look suspicious. Haha, you are the path up. I actually didn't know what that was. Never gotten it before. But now I have. Let's see here. Is there any other loot around this tree stump? No. Is there any loot along the pathway that I missed? Because I did kind of take a turn. Does not appear to be the case. Alright. I think that's another clam. Yeah, that's a clam. Sorry, my guy. Really not in the mood for chowder. And you went and put yourself all nice and pretty in a bowl, too. Kinda wish I'd left the Hydra alive now. Shame for that to go to waste. What do I have in my inventory as far as souls go? Just the nameless soldier, which may as well use that. I'm debating going back to the Painted World. Because 60,000 souls will get me a lot, actually. I'll be able to upgrade my Pyroflame once, what is my Pyroflame? Yikes, I really need to start investing in that. I really need to start investing in that. Let's just do that. Leave. And you don't care if I attack your tail. Like, you genuinely don't care. Let's go back to Forest Hunter. Oh, because everybody's dead in the way of the White Covenant, I lost access to that. Oh, pardon. Warp. Firelink. Actually, no, Daughter of Chaos. And then from Daughter of Chaos, I'll go to the Painted World. Tackle what I missed, or get myself up to 30,000 souls. Or wait, hold up. I'm going to want Covetous, and I'm going to want to put on the Homeward Bone. If I run out of Homeward Bones, I'm not doing this anymore. But that also means that at the moment I'm not stocking up. Well, at the moment I'm definitely not stocking up on Homeward Bones. I don't even know where I'd buy them. Actually, that's a lie, that's a lie. I've got a couple ideas. Oh dear. But yeah, I really need my I really need to invest in some pyromancy here. Oh, nice. Because there is a drastic increase in HP when we begin, or once we start talking about the DLC bosses and whatnot. And considering that's the next major area I want to tackle, I definitely need to make sure that I have the, ample damage. Oh dear. There we go. Nice. Then you, because you're like right in the middle. And then you, because you're also a very central individual. Four. One and a two. I'll also have to be careful not to lose my, souls here. I think I'll leave myself with one homeward bone. At the very least. Definitely not going to, or actually no, I can make a run for it. After I, visit Quilana. But I definitely don't want to use all my homeward bones here, I might need them. Are you the last one? Oh, you poor and oh, nope, not the last one. But close. Still, poor unfortunate soul. A 1 and a 2. Yeah, I don't want to overfarm too much. $60,000 will be plenty. If I overfarm too much, I actually run the risk of having a bunch of souls left over and not having anything to do with them. But also not having enough for... Ah! Well, but also not having enough to upgrade. You are on your own, so I don't want to waste my splash damage on you. You are a pair. Oh dear. And you're done. Yeah, once more. And then I'll visit Quilana. And we'll go from there. Ow. Hey! Bye-bye. The sound just cut out for a second. Did anyone else hear that? Like, aside from the hollow, it was completely silent. Creepy. Oh dear. You. I don't know how you survived, but you did. And now I'm going to take the homeward bones off of my radial. And I'll put on the rusted iron ring. So that I can get to Quilana faster. Because it's really not a long journey, but I'd rather not have to get so close Or have to be slow while walking that distance. Mostly because I have to deal with more bugs that way. Up here. Oh, right. I need to let one of these people grab me later. That's a later problem. Like a much later problem. Alright, you. Perish! How did you not die there? What? Why did he live? Why? What sort of miracle was cast here? Really? Let's just run over here. I am being followed, but that's not much of an issue. And you don't actually see me. I don't think. Yeah, no.
Truth be...
Modify. Oh, wait. This is worth more to me. Alright, 36 for the next. And I need 50,000 souls to buy out her stock here.
Now go. Whatever you best.
Let's go back to the Undead Parish. Because at this point, unless I really want to do a lot of farming, my best bet for getting souls is to tackle some bosses. And the best method I have for tackling bosses, or the best method available to me, this is just to save me some time, is to head into the DLC. Because otherwise I have to tackle main story content, and I just flat out don't want to do Seath, for one thing. Oh, wait. What do I have for large Titanite shards? Can I buy any of those from Andre? Or no, I can't buy anything like that from Andre. I'll repair my stuff later. Yep. Let me just do this. First, there is technically a first boss of the DLC, but the one I'm worried about, honestly, as far as my damage output goes, at least for the short term, is Artorias. Menace is also a problem, but that's a later problem. I have beaten Artorias on my own. I've also beaten Manus on my own. I've also cheesed Manus. I think the first time I cheesed him, and then the second time I beat him on my own, because I've only beaten him twice. Can't remember what order I did that in though. But Artorias is tanky, and he does a lot of damage. If you don't take him out quickly, and he winds up buffing, Wet Titanite chunk. Yeah, I need a slab for this. Where do I get a slab? And I do need the regular Titanite shards. Well then. Just, well done. Let's buy as many as I can from Andre.
Well, hello again. You need it.
Purchase. Here we go.
Don't get yourself.
I'm gonna have to start putting some investment into my longbow too. If nothing else, then for New Game Plus, because I'm not really sure I want to fight Manus fairly on New Game Plus. Definitely not on New Game Plus Plus. New Game Plus Plus, he's getting cheesed. I'm just not messing with that. But New Game Plus, I might fight him fairly. And I'm definitely planning on fighting Manus fairly in this one, because I know I can do it. Like, I've done it before. I know I can do it. But yeah, definitely on New Game Plus Plus, with the amount of health he's gonna have, he's getting cheesed. I'm just not dealing with that. Back over here. Reinforce my bow a little, hopefully. Hopefully I didn't lose all the souls I need for that. There we go. And that, in order to ascend it, I'll need to bring it back to Andre. Reinforce armor. Yeah, I need large Titanite shards. That can wait a little bit. I think you can buy them from the giant blacksmith in Anor Londo. The guy in Sen's Fortress is a scam, so I'm not going to bother with that. Still has a Rusted Iron Ring equipped, so I'll just run straight into the DLC portal. Yeah, do your worst. Try to avoid going into the main section there, because I will fall to my death. And that's the DLC portal. Time to go who knows how many years into the past. I actually just, okay. All right. I can warp to this bonfire. But first, let's actually go to Firelink and then warp to this. Because I don't want to waste a ton of those. Like the Sanctuary Garden, it's something I can warp to, and there's literally about to be a bonfire right after the next section here, so there's no point in me using humanity. This is another one that I think is actually easier in melee. Hi. Oh dear. Oh, come on. There we go. Really? Okay, fine, we'll do this. Yep, alright. This is an embarrassing showing by me. A very embarrassing showing by me. Yep. Just, yep. No joke. Anyway, hello Loki. How you doing? Sanctuary Garden. There it is. Did you literally just come in on that death? Or have you been lurking for a while? Yeah. Ah! Oh. Hey. Really? I hate the little lightning bolts. The Chosen Undead really isn't equipped to handle those. Let's see, what do I got? You know what? Let's try this. I'm glad to hear that you like how I narrate. Hope you've been enjoying the stream so far. And actually, wait. The balance isn't really the issue here. Let's go with... Actually, no, because I don't want to have to do that again. So let's go with stamina recovery speed. What? Okay. That one was just poor showing on my part. Really? What? Yep. I just need to hit you with one, maybe two more fireballs. Why did you not fire the fireball? Chosen Undead? Oh, brilliant. Oh. For once, the lingering hitbox did me a favor. Well, actually for twice, because there is the Gwyndolin fight. But I really need to upgrade my armor, actually. At this point, I'm taking way too much damage. So, let's go do that. Chamber of the Princess. Let's check that out. And I should definitely up my stamina. My endurance needs to be upped. That's non-negotiable. Medium load really isn't going to cut it. Yeah, fire damage in this game, unless you're attacking something that is immune, does a decent amount of damage. I am worried about damage fall off though, because my pyromancy flame is at +3 here. I have 2 more levels. This is the upgraded, the ascended pyromancy flame. So that is a thing to worry about. And damage fall off is the entire reason where I have flat out admitted here that I am not going to be facing Manus on New Game Plus 2 fairly. Purchase. That's kind of a scam, but whatever. That's at least... Oh, actually, wait. The only use for the Guardian Soul is for souls. There's nothing that can be used to make... that I can use that to make. So, purchase... I need some more souls. I need more souls, but that'll at least... provided I get... Actually, wait. Because I think these guys are still out here. No. Really? Okay, then. I know there's still enemies in Anor. Just not the main section, apparently. I could have sworn that some of the Batwing demons were still there after you dispelled the illusion of Guinevere. But I guess I was mistaken. I know that there's enemies in here, though. Yeah, these guys evidently were not illusions. You... just die. Please. Thank you. Right, I forgot about the magical railing. The mystical magical railing that blocks fireballs that are from above it, or that would have gone above it. That should be good enough. At least with the amount of large titanite I have. Head downstairs, over this way. And I need 36,000 souls just to upgrade Great Chaos Fire, or not Great Chaos Fireball, but my Pyromancy Flame. One more level. 36,000 is a lot. Okay. Oh wait, I need Titanite chunks for this now. That's actually clutch. And I'm not gonna use the Titanite slab just yet. You know what? Good enough for now. Blue Seal Sanctuary. I'm not actually going to be fighting Artorias today. I'm anticipating that to actually be a real pain. What just happened with my laptop? Huh. Well, that's not good. You know what? I'll mess with that later. But I'm not actually going to be fighting Artorias today. That can get... I've never had him take less than 3 attempts. Granted, I have only attempted to fight him twice, but... What does that mean? Loki, I am not familiar with that acronym. Oh, blue screen of death. My laptop went black screen of death. It's, the mouse is responding, but nothing else is. It's not like I really need it right now, but I have been using it to keep an eye on the stream. The reason I say I don't really need it right now is because I also have my phone hooked up, and I can see chat that way. What are you two guarding? But yeah, I think my laptop might be trying to die permanently. Yeah. I knew it was happening, though. I've been saying for a while that my laptop has reached its capacity. It owes me no favors, really. It's served me well for, like, what, 3 years? And that's for a bare-bones cheap laptop. It owes me no favors. It does mean that I'm probably gonna have to steal my mom's laptop for a while, though. Hi. Two. 3. And it's not like she's using her laptop during the day. So it should be fine, but I'll still have to clear it with her first. Alright, get over here. I'm just gonna do this. Well, hey! Yeah, you have more reach than me because of the moveset of your weapon. Why do you drop... You know what? Let's not ask questions I don't particularly want the answers to. That... What are you guarding? Really? die. Ah! Really? Really? You know what? Let's just run through. It's not like I actually have to fight much back here. I was just doing it to be thorough. The only things I really need to worry about catching me are these two. And it's because it's a bottleneck over here. Let's grab this. Haha. I think everything in past Ulasil is out in the open. At least until we get into the city proper. Mine. What? Calamite! Bad dragon. Bad. Oh, hi. What? Really? How did I not hit that? I call foul. Foul, I say. Okay, now here I actually have to start being a little more careful. Ah. That's why they drop the blood red moss clumps. Mystery solved. Let's not chance that. Over here. Yeah, not cut me in half. The barbers in Ulasil really didn't know what they were doing, did they? Large soul. Yep, I see a lizard. Can I sneak up on it? No. There we go. Alright, you. Not good. Hey, get back here so I can kill you. If you're going to chase me, don't do it half-heartedly. That's just insulting at that point. Oh, cool. Loop around. I missed a bunch of loot, though, so I'm gonna have to go back. But with this, I now don't have to go all the way through the Ulasil outskirts in order to actually get to the next boss fight. Head over here. That loot can wait a little while. If you follow the path normally... I see you. Oh dear. Someone's pathing got extraordinarily messed up. You need to perish. As do you. They're coming at me with pitchforks, and I'm coming at them, and I'm making them into torches. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's grab this. I should actually be able to upgrade my equipment pretty far at this point. And now I pretty much have to hope I land on this guy. There we go. Elizabeth's mushroom. Speaking of which, I have to talk to Elizabeth. I honestly can't remember where all the enemies are. And even if I could, sometimes that doesn't help you because you can't see them. Remembered that, though. You don't forget a jump that kills you. Or, well, a jump that missing kills you. I believe that guy is the last enemy in this area? Question mark? Big question mark? Okay, I'm not seeing anybody else. That was actually kind of funny. He went through, did the whole, he was searching like a sentinel, didn't see me until he was already on fire. That is actually kind of humorous. I believe that's all the loot in Ulasil. Or, well, not the city, but on the outskirts. What's that sound? Huh. Seriously, what is that sound? It's not the wind. It sounds different from the wind in Anor Londo. But different enough that I don't think it's wind. Oh wait, there is more loot down in that canyon area. The problem with the canyon area is the dogs. Let's see here. Let us see. Actually, this might be the only bit of loot over here, in which case I can avoid. I think this is the only piece of loot, actually. But the dogs got here first. You know what? I'll take... Even if it wasn't the dog I was aiming for, I'll take one dead dog over 2 living ones. Regarding souls, anyway. Regarding Souls games. Ah. I missed the ramp and wound up having to kill something extra. Whoops. Alright. You I'll come back to, because you actually sell humanity, so you're pretty useful. But I need to head back to the bonfire. Oh, Negan! Hello! How you doing today? Head down, or back down here. Rest. Oh, nice! Way to go, Negan! Let's upgrade my armor. I need another Titanite chunk, and I don't want to use a Titanite slab just yet. Repair. Wait, which swamp? Where's the mushroom? There's the mushroom.
Look at this one. From what faraway age hast thou come? Thy scent is very human indeed, but not intolerable. Ah, Princess Dusk's savior. Thine aura is precisely as she described. I thank thee deeply for rescuing Her Highness. But Princess Dusk is here no longer, snatched away by that horrifying primeval human. And so I must ask, couldst thou once more play the savior?
Sure.
Thank you. I am Elizabeth, guardian of this sanctuary. Something of a godmother to Princess Dusk. I shall assist thee to my utmost, for I am one with the sorcerers of Orisir.
Thanks. Yeah, Negan, that doesn't narrow it down. There is like a bunch of And you don't have the DLC, so I know you're talking about just the base game. Ah.
May the flames guide thee.
I should definitely at least put one, into you. Or one humanity into kindling you. Ah, the Lake of Rot. Yeah, that's annoying. It's pretty tame as far as From Software, poison swamps go, though. Because you don't really have... Like, sure, Scarlet Rot does a lot. But you don't have your movement slowed. If you're asking me... The most painful poison swamp in Souls to get through is the Swamp of Sorrow in Demon Souls. That one is just yikes. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta sprint through the status ailment. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here because I really don't feel like tackling Artorias right now. And I should see what I can do about, potentially... I'm really hoping my computer isn't completely dead. Or my laptop. That would suck. That would actually... I've said before, it owes me no favors, but I've got to see what I can do, what I can do about it. Yeah, it was like a half hour ago or something like that. My laptop, the one that I use to keep an eye on how my stream looks to my viewers, that just decided to crash. It's on the charger, so it's at full battery. And I can still move the mouse, but the entire screen is black. It might be time for me to get a new laptop. If I can't fix mine, then I'm gonna have to borrow my mom's for a while. Anyway, if you're interested in anything I've done up until this point, please check out my YouTube channel. I try to get stuff up same day. And of course, if you popped in at the end of this stream, the VOD's going to be up pretty much immediately on Twitch for a while. If you're interested in chatting off stream or seeing my announcements, please check out my Discord. Though, do keep in mind that the channels are private, so if you don't have a role, which you can get by interacting with Carl bots, by Saturday, I will kick you off. If you made it this far and are curious to see where I go from here, why not drop a follow? It takes but one button press, and you can always change your mind if you decide my content isn't for you. That said, happy time zones, everyone. And I hope you all have an excellent day.